Last month I found out my mom hosted the big family reunion dinner, and I was the only one not invited. I learned that while scrubbing dishes at my nephew's birthday party, my sister looked up and said, "Maybe take the hint next time. I'm Eli, 33. I'm the guy who shows up early, brings gifts, stays late to help. In my family, that just made me convenient. I wasn't the black sheep. I was the one they forgot to include." At Liam's 7th birthday, I brought him a Lego Star Wars set and built it with him. After cake, I stayed to wash dishes while my sister scrolled her phone. It felt almost normal, so I said, "Can't wait for the big family dinner tomorrow." My cousin laughed. "Wait, you don't know? That was yesterday." My aunt pulled out her phone and swiped through photos like it was nothing. My parents' backyard, a long table, everyone dressed up. Then she added, too carefully, "Your mom gave a speech about being surrounded by all her blessings." My face went hot. My sister dried a plate and muttered, "Maybe take the hint next time." No apology, no explanation, just annoyance, like I was a stray dog that kept coming back. I set the sponge down, pulled the extra gift card out of Liam's envelope, and left. In my car, I cried. Not because I missed dinner, because it finally had a name. Years of accidents had trained me to stop expecting a seat, and I'd still been stupid enough to hope. A week later, my mom called, panicked. Their central air died and the repair was over $8,000. The maintenance retainer didn't get paid, she said. I told her I dissolved the program. "I'm sure you and everyone who made it to dinner can figure it out." Click. They never knew I'd been covering emergencies for years through my LLC. I called my lawyer and froze every account tied to my name. I didn't announce it, I just stopped. 2 weeks later, my phone lit up with missed calls and "What's going on?" texts. So I opened the old family group chat I'd made when Grandpa died, the one I still had admin on. I renamed it Maybe Take the Hint and removed everyone, one by one, no message, just a blank screen. The last leash was the lake house. Everyone called it Grandma's place, but I owned half. Memorial Day weekend was coming, their precious tradition. I hadn't been invited in 3 years, so I filed the deed clause requiring a co-owner agreement for access. Friday morning, I drove up early and parked my truck sideways in the driveway. Around noon, 3 cars rolled in. They were laughing until they saw me. Then my cousin stepped out and her smile died. Next, my sister hissed, "Eli, what are you doing?" Then my mom walked up, acting soft, like a mask. After that, I held up the legal notice and tapped it. Next, I said, "You want in, we sign a new agreement." Then my cousin snapped, "You wouldn't dare." After that, I smiled and said, "You already dared. I'm just filing it." They tried yelling and crying and guilt. I told them we either split costs and rotate weekends or we sell. "You destroyed the family part," I said. "I'm just doing paperwork." They left like I'd ruined everything. I stood on that porch until their cars disappeared. Then I went inside, cracked a beer, and sat in the old rocking chair by the window. The silence felt weird at first. Then it felt like oxygen. The next morning, I mailed an envelope to the family lawyer. I was selling my half to a quiet couple from out of state. One condition in writing, they put up a gate. I also included one page for my family. I wasn't family to them. I was a resource, and I was done. My mom texted, "Why are you doing this to us?" I typed, "Because you let them," then deleted it. A week later, the closing happened, and their tradition became someone else's summer. Not long after, my job launched a paid mentorship program. My cousin applied. It landed on my desk. I rejected it and stapled 6 words on top. "Maybe take the hint next time." Thanksgiving morning, my dad showed up at my door. He looked wrecked. He sat at my table and said, "We abandoned you. We just got used to you never pushing back." I slid him a slice of pumpkin pie and said, "No turkey, real whipped cream." Then I told him if anything changed, it changed on my terms. Near Christmas, Liam sent me a video. "Mom says we're not supposed to talk to you," he whispered, "but I miss you." Then my sister yelled and it cut. I sent one back. "I'm always here, buddy. Always." They call it revenge. I call it finally taking the hint. I stopped begging for a chair and built a life where I'm actually seen.